Shian Nanan is left fuming at his cold rejection. She thought about how she is a great beauty and can't understand why he is so cold to her, wondering if something is wrong with him. Refusing to give up, Xianan plays her final card. She runs to catch up with Yi Cheng, demanding to know if he knows who she is and proudly announcing that her father's name is Shahai. The name makes Yi Cheng stop. He recognizes it instantly. The Xia family is one of the 4 great noble families of Qingcheng, and its head, Shahai, is a powerful 9th-rank master. A devious smile spreads across Yi Cheng's face. He thinks that with her father's money, getting 10 top-tier butcher knives would be no problem at all. To prove her identity, Shannan proudly shows him a small, fancy jade amulet. She explains it is a protective amulet from her father in a single, easy strike. Immediately after the kill, a system prompt appears in Ye Chang's vision, confirming his level has increased to 7th-rank apprentice. His Pig Clan nemesis bonus damage has now increased to 122%. Looking at his simple cleaver, which now shows wear, Yi Chang wonders how much longer the blade will hold up against such powerful foes. Still shocked by the display of power, Shian Nanan grabs onto Yi Chang's arm and demands to know what his profession is. He calmly replies that he has a life-type profession, a pig butcher. Shian Nanan is baffled, exclaiming that it is impossible for a simple life-type profession to kill a silver-horned rhinoceros in one hit. Ignoring her, Yi Chang kneels beside the dead beast and carves off its valuable silver horn, commenting that it is good stuff. He offers a simple explanation, suggesting that the rhino was probably just too old, which is why it died so quickly. Though still flustered, Shian seems to accept his explanation and tells him they are very close to the location of the blood moon flower. The two then continue their journey. The scene shifts to another part of the forest where the principal from Qingchang Academy is walking with his students, including Xu Lingguan, Liu Jing Long, and 2 others. The principal is telling the students that they have all performed well during their field training. He looks at Xu Lingguan and a smirking Liu Jinggong, adding that they are the students he thought most highly of. Suddenly, the principal senses something. He stops abruptly, telling the group there is movement nearby. He shouts into the forest, demanding for whoever is there to come out. As he does, he and his students see the silhouettes of 2 people, Yi Chang and Shian Nanan standing in the woods ahead. Yi Chang and Shian Nanan step into a clearing, coming face to face with the group from Qingcheng Academy. Yi Chang is surprised, wondering why they are here. The reunion is not friendly. Liu Jing Long is the first to react, pointing at Yi Chang with a look of glee. He demands to know what he is doing in the borderlands. Yi Chang, with a casual expression, scratches his head and replies that he is just passing by. This enrages Liu Jing Long. The heavy-set female student from the academy group sneers, saying she does not believe he is just passing by. She accuses him of being unable to get over Xu Lingguan and claims he must have followed them into the forest. Yi Chang's eyes widen slightly and his gaze falls on Xu Lingguan. From his perspective, she is once again a pig-faced girl looking at him with a cold expression. She addresses him by name, her tone sharp, reminding him that she thought she had made herself clear. She repeats that they are from 2 different worlds now and demands that he stop pestering her. A dark red aura begins to come from Yi Chang as he clenches his fist in anger. Seeing this as a chance for revenge, Liu Jinglong's face twists into a crazed grin. He shouts at Yi Chang, questioning how he still dares to show his face. He declares that this is great, as he was just worried he would not be able to find him to settle their score. In response, Liu Jinglong unleashes his power. He is surrounded by a purple aura, and in his hand he now wields a glowing katana-like sword. Liu Jinglong's friend exclaims in awe, noting the sword's impressive shine and guessing it must be a yellow-rank, low-grade spirit weapon. The principal observes with interest, his belief in Liu Jinglong's potential growing. He marvels that in just a few days, Liu Jinglong has already become a 4th-rank apprentice and has gotten such a powerful weapon. He confirms his belief that the boy is a genius, confident that he could fight evenly with a 6th-rank apprentice. Seeing the fight about to start, Xu Lingguan steps forward. She reminds Yi Chang that she had warned him to leave Chingchong and says that this time she will not help him. Standing beside Yi Chang, a blushing and concerned Shian Nanan asks if he has a grudge with these people. Ignoring the threat, Yi Chang seems more interested in the weapon. He turns to Shian Nanan and calmly asks how much a yellow-rank low-grade spirit weapon is worth. Surprised by his odd question, she stammers that it could probably sell for several $100,000, and then questions if he understands the seriousness of the situation. Meanwhile, Liu Jing Long glares at Yi Chang, his mind filled with the memory of his past humiliation. He remembers how Yi Chang stole the show at the awakening ceremony and becomes determined to steal the spotlight back. With a furious roar, he leaps into the air, bringing his glowing sword down in a powerful strike aimed at Yi Chang. As the blade comes down, Liu Jing Long is sure this attack will show Shu Lingguan his true strength. But instead of dodging, Yi Chang raises his simple butcher's knife to block. The principal, Shu Lingguan, and the other students watch in shock, certain it is a suicidal move. Liu Jing Long puts all his strength behind the blow, but to his surprise, Yi Chang's ordinary knife stops the powerful spirit weapon. Sparks fly, but the force is too great for the simple blade. Absolute shock. The friend crying out his name. He rushes to Liu Jing Long's side, asking if he is all right. The defeated student is bruised and battered, crying out in pain. Through his teeth, Liu Jing Long insists that he is all right, but he is on the verge of passing out. The principal's attention, however, is now fixed only on the victor. He stares at Yi Chang with a dark and intense expression, his mind racing. He slowly approaches the scene, his gaze never leaving Yi Chang. A shocking realization hits him, and he wondered if it is possible that Yi Chang has already reached the level of a 7th-rank apprentice. With Liu Jing Long defeated, Yi Chang picks up the spirit weapon his opponent dropped. He inspects the blade, thinking that the sword looks quite good. Meanwhile, Liu Jing Long's friend expresses his shock to the principal, questioning if that kid could really have reached the 7th rank, especially when the talented Shu Lingguan is only at the 6th rank. The principal, with a thoughtful expression, confirms that it is possible. He begins to explain the differences between how combat type and lifetime professions level up. He says that combat-type professions need constant training, battle experience, and injuries to grow, so their early growth is slow. However, once they master the basics, their growth speed increases a lot. On the other hand, lifetime professions have an easier path. Professions like alchemists or weaponsmiths don't need to fight. They just need to practice their craft. Using Yi Chang as an example, he explains that as a pig butcher, he just needs to keep slaughtering pigs to quickly increase his level in the early stages. A flashback shows Yi Chang easily butchering a pig, highlighting this simple path to power. Shuling Swan, after listening, understands now that Yi Chang won because of the high base stats he gained from his higher level, not because of better skill. She questioned if this way of leveling is unfair to combat-type professions. The principal clarifies that there is a balance. He explains that for Yi Chang to level up, the number of pigs he needs to kill will double with each rank. By the time he reaches a high level, the number required will be huge. In contrast, combat-type professions who have mastered their skills early will find their growth speeding up, eventually passing the lifetime professions. Liu Jing Long's friend asks if this means that while Yi Chang can beat Liu Jing Long now, in a few years, the combat-type professions will easily overpower him. The principal grunts in agreement, though he looks a bit troubled. Having heard the conversation, Yi Chang thinks to himself and seems to understand their point. He turns to the principal and says that if there is nothing else, he will be leaving, waving a casual goodbye as he prepares to continue his journey. As Yi Chang prepares to leave, Shu Lingguan steps forward and confronts him with a look of pity. She asks him why he is bothering with all of this, questioning if his recent efforts in slaughtering pigs were all just for her. She then reveals that she has been accepted into the prestigious Tianchong Academy, cementing the fact that they are now from two different worlds. Yi Chang can only stare at her with a blank expression. At this point, Shian has had enough. She declares that she cannot watch this any longer. Stepping between Xu Lingguan and Ye Chang, she, fed up with their taunting, Xianan's patience snaps. She throws a powerful punch that unleashes a wave of energy, hitting not just the two students who insulted her, but the entire academy group, including Xu Lingxuan and the principal. The principal, caught off guard, is left with a red handprint on his cheek, wondering why she hit him too. Shian Nanan stands beside a stoic Ye Chang, her fists clenched in anger. Xu Lingguan, holding her own Rin cheek, looks at her in disbelief, furiously questioning how she dared to hit her. Her anger flares, and her body is enveloped in the icy blue aura of her Snow Soul Sword immortal power. She draws her sword, and with a look of pure rage asks Shian Nanan if she is looking to die. As Xu Lingxuai prepares to attack, Shian Nanan remains defiant. She holds up her family's protective amulet, a clear symbol of her powerful background, and dares anyone to try and touch her. The sight of the amulet immediately stops everyone. The principal in particular breaks into a nervous sweat, recognizing the token and the power it represents. He instantly steps in, grabbing Xu Lingguan's arm and shouting for her to stop. He explains that he now recognizes the girl as the young miss of the powerful Sea family. His entire attitude shifts from commanding to friendly. He turns to Shian Nanan with an apologetic expression and asks what she is doing there. Shian Nanan is not in the mood for small talk. She dismisses his question, stating that she can go wherever she wants. She then turns the tables on him, criticizing him for the poor quality and manners of his students. The principal can only bow his head in apology, agreeing that it was his mistake and promising to discipline them thoroughly when they return. But Shianan is not finished. She points an accusatory finger at Xu Lingguan and demands that the principal make her apologize to Ye Chang. This leaves Xu Lingguan stunned, her mind reeling with the realization that this girl is the daughter of the great Shi Hai, and she cannot understand why such a high-status person would be with Ye Chang. The principal, desperate to not offend the Xia family, sternly orders Xu Lingguan to apologize immediately. Cornered and humiliated, Xu Lingguan offers a reluctant, quiet apology to Ye Chang, her eyes downcast. Internally, however, her face is a mask of pure fury. She silently vows that the Shay family will pay for this insult. Having had enough of the drama, Ye Chang tells Xianan that they should go. As they turn to leave, the defeated Liu Jing Long, still on the ground, cries out for them to stop. He demands that Ye Chang return his spirit weapon. Ye Chang, with the stolen sword on his back, looks over his shoulder with a smirk. He taunts Liu Jing Long, challenging him to come and take it back himself if he can, stating that he is ready for a fight any time. Xianan blows a playful raspberry at the defeated rival. Liu Jing Long can only clutch his chest, seething with anger. As Ye Chang walks away, Liu Jing Long screams a final furious threat, telling him to just wait. Having left the academy group behind, Ye Chang and Shian Nanan continue their quest. They venture through a rocky landscape. Shian Nanan consults her map again, and looking up at a nearby cliff with a glowing red cave, she confirms that this is the place and advises Ye Chang to be careful. As they prepare, Ye Chang receives a system notification. It informs him that he has now selected the spirit weapon as his exclusive pig-slaying knife, and that its god-slaying edge effect is active. Thanks to the better quality of the new weapon, he will now receive 0.2 free attribute points for every pig killed, double the previous amount. Looking at his new sword, he realized the importance of choosing a good knife. Suddenly, Sinan pulls two small colored spheres from her cleavage, much to Yi Chang's surprise. He asks her what the items are. She explains that they are called Yin Thunderfire beads, powerful explosives that could severely injure even a strong expert. She plans to use them as a last resort if the Blood Moon Great Python is too powerful. Yi Chang, with a brave look, tells her she is ruthless and announces that he will go up to scout ahead.